Hello everybody, what is up? This is AntDude and welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy. Last time we started off the game with the Gateway Galaxy, and since then we got to acclimate ourselves with the Observatory just a bit. It's a pretty beautiful scene, but for now, in this episode, we're going to dive into the first dome, into the first level. It's going to be good times, but first off, we got to know, what is a dome? Luckily, he's going to tell us. It's an eye of the Observatory where you can gaze upon distant galaxies. And with that little star, that little Luma, can transform into a pole star and shoot us off into different galaxies. It's a good thing they're so transformable. That's quite the talent to have. And there's not a whole lot to say about the domes themselves. They're just little circular areas, but I really like them. They give a nice little feeling to each set of levels, I think. I don't know. It's just I can attach a few levels to a design, and this one's just a stargazing area, which is, it's very pretty. And now we got a nice zoomed out shot of all the galaxies that we can go to. And there's 5 of them in this dome, and the number represents these, well, the distance, which just means how many stars you need, which is a cool explanation for the star, is that they give you energy to shoot you off into the different galaxies, and that's what these rings are too, the distance. I mean, in Mario 64, it was just, you know, that's where you needed to open a door, but now you need to power up the observatory, which is cool. And this power star is in there too, of course. Why else would we be going? And there's 3 of them. Luckily, we have a little ticket that lets us know there, too. We're going to go right ahead and, woo, fly right off into the galaxy. Off we go. And what a way to begin. Just, woo, getting shot from the observatory. There's just a lot of cool stuff about this game, if you couldn't tell. I love all this stuff. We're going to go into the first star here, Dino Piranha. No special naming scheme. It's just Dino Piranha. No, we're going to take out the Dino Piranha, or something like that. It's just Dino Piranha. Getting right to the point. I think the stars in the bottom too. And now, boom! The game has officially begun. This is the moment in like an RPG you play for like 3 hours and then the title screen or the logo shows up. Like, that's all RPGs do that, and now that's the equivalent of this. The epic music has started playing, and we get thrust onto a planet, which is a cool opening planet, by the way. Just got a random house here. We have no idea whose house that is. Rumors circulating that may be Yoshi's house? Who knows? We can't get inside it to find out. And then you go over here, and then, oh boy, there's stuff under it too. That's so cool. Now, honestly, Good Egg Galaxy doesn't have a whole lot that's unique about it, besides this pipe that I jumped into that does the same thing as walking. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Besides, there is one planet that looks like an egg. That's about it, and I'm pretty sure that's in the next star. But what I do like about it is that from that other platform, you go here, and there are 3 different ways to go about getting stars. This first one is going up this tower here, talking to this Luma, who turns into a star, and then we can go up there and do that. Or, I could pro skills it, just do a long jump, do that once, and then spin again. I don't need these stinking Lumas. I'm a plumber on a mission. I got this all down. It's all good. I'm not even going to talk to you, because I already saw the star shard. I already know that's what I got to do. Actually, he's probably going to tell me about these rocks. Bam! I got him. Nice. Those things could actually be kind of hard to get, so I'm glad I did. It's a cool twist on, I guess, like a Chain Chomp styled enemy or something, because the timing to get those red bits is actually surprisingly tough. It's quite the risk-reward scenario. Where is the last... Oh, it's all the way at the beginning. I got too ahead of myself. There we go. Now we got the first Sling Star. Well, not the first. We got that Sling Star. And... oh, here we go. It's not the longest. Not the longest mission, but it's a great first one. And I remember seeing now over the... oh, these enemies are cool, too. They zoom in on the screen for some reason. I'm not sure why. Actually, the development team for this game also did Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. They did that before this. Oh, well, clearly. And there were enemies in that game that did the same thing, zoomed in the screen. It's such a cool effect that you almost you're willing to take damage for a bit just to see how much the screen can zoom in. And you'll see in the future that I do that a few times. It's very easy to satisfy me. Look at that. It's a cool little thing. Now, we could also go this way and take the main path, or we're going to take the more untraditional, non-traditional, I should say. That's the proper way of saying it. And by going over here into this pipe, not dying, that's very non-traditional. And into we go. Now, what I was saying is, over the years, I see more people talk of this game analytically. They analyze this more, and it seems like some people aren't a big fan of the areas, or I guess maybe the game as a whole, when it comes to levels that are just these linear planet to planet, like jumping around. And I get it, because it's not a whole lot of level design. It's really just going from one small planet to another. But I really like that because it's something that platformers never really do. So while it may not be this amazing level design in terms of challenging platforming, it's still really fun and satisfying to do. And now we got this guy, this invisible little thing that still has footprints. Where is he at? Spin him! He's just a little bag of starbits! Oh, so many! He was just minding his business, wanting to stay invisible so we don't kill him. I mean, that's what animals do. Sometimes they want to camouflage so they survive, but along comes the Italian plumber to ruin his day. But we got starbits out of it, so I mean, worthwhile, really. Oh, wait, I still see it. I tried getting it the last second. I don't think I was going to. I think it was too far away. And now we're at the boss planet. We've cracked the egg, which is not good. You never crack the egg before it's completely born. But we're gonna do it again anyway. Bam! Because his tail looked round and Mario got satisfied by that and wanted to spin at it, I guess. Why not? If it looks bendable, you might as well spin into it. That's the moral of the game. I'm gonna kill him before I even describe what he is. Here's the Dino Piranha. Sort of like a baby, like, Petey Piranha. Oh, boy. I mean, coming from Mario Sunshine, just having a giant piranha planet as a boss seemed like a bit of a cop-out. But he's still kind of cute, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, it's an interesting first boss. Not really difficult, but it gets the whole point across of making sure that spinning is as satisfying as it possibly can be. But the first boss is dead now. He's kaput. But again, first boss, super easy. It is what it is. Explodes in purple smoke, and also a star. You can't explain that. Just get a few more star bits because it's always good to have a bigger total, which we'll see later on. It's beneficial to have that. But hey, after all that shenanigans, we got the first star! Woohoo! And just like I said in the first part, we're gonna cut out all the middleman. We're just gonna go right from star to star. Keep it as action-packed as we can. We're gonna go right to Star 2 of Good Egg Galaxy, a snack of cosmic proportions. We will finally be traversing on top of the egg, so that's exciting. And I realized, going through the first star, I didn't even really show these guys off. I killed them so fast, because I'm just so used to murdering the first things I see. These guys are, I believe, Octo Goombas? You wouldn't think they're Goombas, but I'm pretty sure they're called Goombas because they walk in straight lines, I guess? I think that's all it really qualifies to call them that. But they got polka dots, they got little sniffit snouts, and now they're dead, so there's that. We're gonna take the alternate path here. This is the same path as before. Oops. I did the same exact thing. Okay, let's just take this path now. That was a goof up. Whoops. Here we go. Now we take this pathway. How you doing, Luma? Oh, get this. You can shoot those star bits. What? Huh. You see, what I had done is I had cut out the middle part where the black Luma actually described it. Because the game tries to have as much conversation as possible, so it explains to us that whole aspect of collecting star bits with pointing and shooting. And then they told us again, really want to get that point across. I got it. It's cool, though. And now we go over here. There's one more star. Yeah, one more Luma. And we're gonna go through a bit of a mission, a fetch quest, I guess you can call it, to feed a hungry Luma. Which is a game-wide thing. So that's why it's nice to collect as many star bits as possible. Especially having the bigger total because there are hungry Lumas in the observatory. So that's that. And now we have 4 planets to explore on. Just collect as many as we can. I believe the number we need is 100. So if you see some, just get them. I think we can do. I think these plants also only 3 and not really worthwhile. Hey, oh no, oh jumping would have been bad. If you spin them and kill them, then they drop star bits. If you jump on them, they drop health or coins. Same thing, I guess. So that's something very useful to know for the rest of the game. Oh boy, there's so many star bits. This is getting loaded with them. And now here's something about this game that I really love. We have a clear thing to do, a clear linear thing to do, But we still have some freedom, like right there, by breaking up the pathway we would have gone on by going to another planet. Now, you would be going onto all 4 planets anyway. We would get to this egg planet if we never broke the path. But it's cool that you still have a bit of choice in how to do it. Sometimes I'll play through this mission and think, you know what, let's just do them in a different order. It's a minor thing, but it's always nice to have a little bit of freedom. Something that I really appreciate in games, because I feel like it probably wouldn't be as special if you just went on all 4 planets in a row. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But here is the Hungry Luma. Hey you! Yeah, you! Got any tasty star bits? I do, but I don't have 100 yet. Not yet, we're 3 away, and I probably can't feed you on this planet, because all I gotta do is take out that Goomba. But we're gonna explore the rest, just so I can get a little bit of exploration out of the way. See, I would be going back to that little hairy pear of a planet that we were just on. Or I can go over here, and we can land on this red one. I think there's only 3 planets, I guess. Unless there's another one I'm not seeing right now. So, this one is just filled with a bunch of those rocks with the red centers. Gotta call them something better. Jewel rocks, I guess I'll call them, because those red parts look like jewels. There's nothing else really worthwhile, since we already have a decent amount of star bits, and I don't want to waste your time by, I guess, grinding for them. So we'll just make some progression. Yeah, okay, there's only 3 planets. I thought there was one more. I could break the pathway again, and there's probably more star bits that'll surround me and I can collect, but otherwise we're fine. Now, this part, again, something that's always so satisfying throughout the whole game. You point in the middle of the screen, and you just shoot the crap out of him. You just shove the star bits down his mouth as he gets fatter and fatter as the seconds go by. And he gets so fat he can't help but transform into, not a star, but a planet. That's how you know you've eaten a lot. There's that phrase that you can eat you can eat a horse. Like, how hungry would you have to be like, you know what, when I'm done, I feel like I could create a planet. It's impressive stuff. These Lumas are very versatile. It's, again, it's nice skills to have. But here we actually have a bit of, I guess, traditional platforming, you could say. So we have this area right here, we just walk along. We could have walked along by this way too. And we have actual platforming. And again, it's something where I mentioned before, of this game really sort of differentiates the core platforming levels from just the space exploration areas. In fact, the next episode is going to be, it's going to feel more like a traditional platformer level than this does. So when a space exploration level has some platforming, it feels sort of refreshing, because you almost don't expect it. I talk a lot of nonsense, but I can't tell if what I'm saying almost seems like it's smart game design, or just some random nonsense I think up, because again, I've played this game way too many times. But now, we're in a giant pill capsule, and the music has changed to make things, I guess, a bit more mysterious. I approve, because it kind of goes without saying, but it's a fantastic soundtrack all around. So we break through at the bottom, and now we deal with gravity shifts. Haha! Oh boy. Now this is one of those things, again, I guess having a little bit of freedom. I don't know how intended it is, but there's clearly a set pathway to go, because I'm supposed to climb up this place sort of organically, like the platforms will just occasionally rise up, or I can just keep making backflips and make it to the top in a really fast time. So we're just gonna do that. And we're gonna warp to this little mini star planet, where what you're supposed to do is grab these 5 blue star chips. There's 3 there, and there's 1 there, 1 there, and then you can pull yourself towards the star, or bam. Not even have to spin, just 1 long jump, and we got it. Star number 2. Woo! And it's time for the final star of the Godot Galaxy, King Caliente's Battle Fleet. Not every galaxy ends with a boss, but it's cool that the first one does. And then we gotta wait for the landing. It's always nice. But boom, he nails it. That's a perfect 10 if this were the Olympics. He nails that spin with such grace and passion. It's a beautiful sight. And something else I cut right from the middle is, now that we have 3 stars, another galaxy has opened up. Because if you remember the map, there was one place that had 3 stars, so now we can go there if we want. And again, that's something where it's nice that you have freedom of choosing where you want to go. But we're going to stick to 1 galaxy at a time. It makes for better editing, I guess. To me, it makes sense. My OCD makes it nice to have 1 video dedicated to Good Egg. We gotta go into the orange pipe here. And we gotta do something else that I really do love about this game, that I wish Nintendo did more of in Mario games. They do kinda, but musical notes that you run over them and they play music. Ba-boom! And it's cool because it just plays a single note, and it all really depends on how fast you run into it. And I think these are timed, but I never let the time run out. I always just like little musical quirks like that. My love for soundtracks knows no bounds. And there we go. Now I guess this is one point of discussion I could make. If I jump into this thing, we're gonna go right to the top of this house, which I could triple jump onto if I wanted to, but let me actually quickly see. What does it say? It's Yoshi's house, right? Can't bring back any star bits you picked up if you want to quit. Okay. Is something that Galaxy does that in 64 and Sunshine do, is one of the reasons why 3D World is not as great to me as a lot of other people say. 3D World had a limited option of, like, a limited selection of choice when it came to choosing what level you wanted to do. In Galaxy, you can get to a point where you have 6 different levels you can go to and potentially a whole lot more. Same with when it comes to 64 and Sunshine in terms of what shrines you want to go for. Not a big deal, because all the games are fantastic. It's just a point that I see a lot. Now that 3D World is released, a whole lot of which game is better, and I think that's honestly probably the primary reason to why I prefer Galaxy. I guess you're not going to give me any star bits. I would like a few more. Actually, let me see what this spinning toad is up to. He's just spinning away. Woo! You saved me. Oh, there's a secret? The spiky things hate coconuts. Yeah, I figured that out. You put 2 and 2 together and you realize the only other living things on this place besides that tree and the grass are coconuts and little spiky things. Where'd it go? Here we go. Sling star. There we go. Just a minor little sling. Not a big deal. Oh, actually, okay, no, I forgot. That's later on. Spoiling a gameplay mechanic for later. There's something that happens with coconuts that I thought it was now, but that's for later. I forget what galaxy it's on. We have a mini boss of sorts. A giant pokey. One hit and it's dead. And then you gotta jump on him real quick before he can get his body back. That's right. How dare you live in your natural environment of sand. That'll show you. Actually, it won't because you're dead. Here you go, chain chomps. I think this is what I think I made a chain chomp comparison when the jewel rocks first showed up, and that's why, because the chain chomps do the same exact thing. But here's a cool little extra thing we can do. Here's a little orb, which I'm just assuming is the inside of the planet. And it makes for a really cool camera effect with the whole, like, the waves in the back. It looks pretty awesome. But now we're introduced to the Rainbow Star, which is just the superstar. And I'm not sure why they had the whole rainbow thing added here. I'm not complaining. It still has its devastating qualities. I just don't understand the emphasis on a rainbow star as opposed to a regular power star. But, okay, the more colors the better, as far as I'm concerned. And boom! Alright, let's see here. We're at the bottom of the boss plant. Oh, no, we're not. I'm getting way too ahead of myself here. I thought we were. Again, I'm getting confused with a later level. There's a level in the other dome, in the second dome, that has a boss area similar to this. All the galaxies are coming together in my mind. That's not good. Here we go. Oh, yeah, of course. I feel foolish for not remembering this now. This was a very pivotal level in this game's development. This was one of the first areas Nintendo showed off, and it was a great area to show off. I don't think this bottom bit had all of the fancy stuff that it does. Like, I don't know if there were platforms and enemies and stuff. All I remember seeing is a video where Mario was on the bottom of a planet. He did this, and now he was on the top of the planet. And it's hard to imagine now that how long ago that was. Was that 2005 or 2006? Like a long time ago. That's like 10 years now, 9 or 10 years. But that was a huge deal. And now we get this 1 star, and now we see battleships. And it's cool that one reason why I prefer Galaxy 1 to Galaxy 2 is Galaxy 1 feels more like space, and Galaxy 2 just feels more like a traditional Mario game. I understand that's the reason why people prefer Galaxy 2, but I like things like this, where there's little elements of traditional Mario implemented in the giant space adventure. Again, this is stuff I think about after playing this game for 8 or 9 times, that I can't tell if it's insightful or just nonsense, or potentially both, depending on your take on things. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Is there... Oh, boy. Oh. That. I thought I could do that, and I guess I couldn't. I had this awful joke planned where I was going to reference the Titanic, and at the end of the day, it's probably better off that I didn't do that. So, let's just make a progression. Oh, jeez. Alright, so on to battleship number 2. Let's just avoid the Octogoombas. Hey, they could survive. They don't have much to live for anyway. All they do is walk back and forth. I would like to explore the ship, but I feel like I would die. I did see one crate that I could have broken, though. Oh, I wasn't too off base. This place... This is the boss platform. It looks very similar to the one we were on. Foolish me. So this thing is actually sort of helpful. Knowledge. These little gold buttons, you break them and they drop coins. They litter boss areas with them, so that's good. That's good stuff to know. But we'll be okay, because King Caliente, he's really easy. This is another boss too that was kind of mind-blowing to see him in action for the first time, because this is like, I don't want to say the first, because you never know what the first in anything is, in any sort of entertainment medium, or anything really. But the first boss where you, like, were able to do stuff with the pointer as well as fight. I mean, obviously the pointer's not directly attacking him, but it's cool that a big thing that you could do is like, okay, I see star bits along the entire area. It's like multitasking that you never saw before. At least I don't remember seeing it. Gotta play a little bit of tennis, as if this were Ganondorf. And he's done. Although I believe in the video that I'm thinking about, since player 2 can affect enemies and stuff, I believe if player 2 were here, he could have another pointer, and that could knock away the flaming meteors that King Caliente were shooting at me. Or was shooting at me, because proper English. You're never gonna get the star and just end things off, because this has just been one big rave of, like, how much I love this game. But we got all the stars of the Good Egg Galaxy. Well, not all the stars. We got the 3 main stars. Every level also has a few other extra stars that show up when it comes to extra pathways or comets that'll show up later on. But as far as the 3 main stars are concerned, we got them all out of the way. Good times. We got 300 star bits. It's a good time. We're going to wrap things up for this episode of Super Mario Galaxy. Next time, we're going to go to the new galaxy that we opened up by having 3 stars. It's good times. Proper platforming. Get hype. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.